In the previous topic, we talked a lot about Google Forms, but we didn't talk about the data side of that form. So when you send somebody a form and they fill it out and hit submit, that data has to go somewhere. And the place that it goes is a corresponding spreadsheet. So I'm going to go to my form here, my first form. And what you'll notice is that I have all of the survey questions that I've put on here. But you also notice that because I've taken this form, gone through this form twice and submitted responses, it's showing me that I have responses there that are waiting to be viewed. So each form that you create also creates a corresponding spreadsheet where all of the data goes. And I'm going to click on responses here to show you a couple things that we can do. First, we can actually choose a response destination. And again, the default is to go to a spreadsheet, a new spreadsheet. And what they do is they just take the name of the form and in parentheses they put responses. So that's an easy way to find that form the data that corresponds to that form. Now, not sure why you would do this, but some people would prefer to keep responses only in forms so it doesn't go to a spreadsheet. Makes it a little bit more difficult to see that data and start to analyze the data in different ways. So that's the first aspect. We're going to go to a form. And again, that's a default setting. So now that I've shown you that, notice that one of my options here is to view my responses. So if I click here, notice it's going to, again, take me to this section where I create this the first time. I'm going to click on create, and it's going to now launch this spreadsheet. And what you're going to see are two different responses, both of them by me. And you can see here that these are the exact same responses that I have. So again, the power of Google Form, number one, is that I create a survey-like environment. But more importantly is that I now get that data from the submissions in a spreadsheet format that I can do a tremendous amount with. So I want to show you a couple things here. So again, in spreadsheet view, so I'm in my spreadsheet now, I can go up to form and I can say show summary of responses. So this is where it gets awesome because the summary of responses here, now maybe for this is not that big a deal because they're exactly the same. But let me show you a different summary of response that I've used that is pretty amazing. So we did a regional service agency needs assessment. This is what the form looks like. And this is what the data from that form looks like. So I had like 400 entries into here. And so notice what I get is I get these great graphs that really start to show me that 106 of the entries, or 29%, were K-5 teachers. And best time to do professional development. So this was a question, again, or a survey we designed to look at best professional development opportunities. From the summary of responses, I can very quickly go in and get a visual of the preferred methods of PD in this case for these individuals. Again, face-to-face is preferred, so almost 75% of people said yes, I would prefer it face-to-face. And then again, I can go down. Now, each question type renders a different graph. And so for these individual items here, if I come back to my survey, preferred method, that is a grid format that's throwing this type of graph here. And I think we have some other pieces in here. But notice again that it just provides an incredible amount of rich visual data. So I don't have to go through to the spreadsheet here. So again, this is the spreadsheet. So imagine I had to look through the spreadsheet and try to figure out what the interest level for these regions were. But when I go to summary of responses, I get a very nice visual graphic. So again, to show you how I got there, I went to form, and then I went to show summary of responses. So that's the first step in taking and moving from a form to the actual form data in a spreadsheet.